Wahdat al-Wajud, unity of existence, presents the resolute harmonizer's conviction in wholeness. In the cradle of civilizations, Guru Nanak states that awareness of omnipresence is an oasis that can quench the soul.
بعض القذائف على موقع بابا نانك تأثرت على مرقد بهلول الكوفي.
There is a lot of Gurbani in Guru Granth Sahib in Persian language, which proves that he definitely did come to Iran.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सबा गुर प्रसाद
मेरे साहिबा कौन जाने गुण तेरे कहे ना जानी आंगन मेरे.
One can feel Guru Nanak's profound humility through expressions in his verses, for he understates himself and glorifies the attributes of the Creator and its creation. On the contrary, I have a tendency of overrating my personality and noticing demerits in others. From Somyani, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to the ancient port of Al-Aswat, Mecca, Medina, Najaf, Karbala, Baghdad, Tabriz, Tehran, and reached Mashhad. From Somyani, they sailed to Al-Aswat and then proceeded to Mecca. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia hosts the holiest Islamic cities of Makkah and Medina. With the birth of Prophet Muhammad, Islam emerged in these lands in the 7th century.
The modern-day Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, founded in the year 1932, comprises of the two historical desert regions of Hejaz and Najd. Saudi Arabia is the largest country in the Arabian Peninsula.
Having travelled for days on rough seas, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana landed at the port of Al Aswad in Saudi Arabia. From here, they took the land route, crossing harsh and hot sand dunes, and reached the city of Makkah.
The word Mecca is believed to be a synonym for Makkah, which means mother of all settlements. Located in a desert valley, this city was a commercial hub much before it became the holiest place of pilgrimage for the Muslims in the 7th century AD. The 1st century Greek writer Ptolemy refers to the city as Makoraba. Kaaba, the cube-shaped structure in the center of the most sacred mosque in Mecca, is considered by Muslims as Baitullah, the house of God. During ancient times, before the advent of Islam, various tribes of the Arabian Peninsula would congregate to worship idols installed inside the Kaaba. These were removed by Prophet Muhammad, the messenger of Islam, who lived from 570 to 632 AD. Hajar-e Aswad, the black stone, is an ancient rock which was venerated since the pre-Islamic times. It was set on the eastern wall of the Kaaba by Prophet Muhammad and is a holy Islamic relic. Muslims aspire to perform Hajj, a pilgrimage to Mecca, once during their lifetime. As a part of Islamic ritual, pilgrims circumambulate the Kaaba and pay respect to Hajar-ul Aswad, the black stone. The word Hajj originates from Semitic languages. In Hebrew, it is related to the word Hakka, which corresponds to righteousness. In Arabic, it connotes an effort to go for an expedition. Thus, Hajj represents the self-effort to embark on an internal spiritual journey. One day, during their stay in Mecca, while Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana were asleep, they were awakened by Jivan, a Haji, who rebuked them for sleeping with their feet pointing towards the direction of the Kaaba. The Arabic word Qibla denotes the fixed direction of the Kaaba. Muslims consider pointing one's feet towards Qibla as disrespectful. Guru Nanak, with his rational disposition, reminded Jivan about the Islamic philosophy of Al-Wasa, which means the divine manifests in all directions. Guru Nanak's hagiographies, the Janam Sakhis, and Bhai Gurdas's War mention that when Jivan moved Guru Nanak's legs in anger, the Kaaba followed the same direction. Interestingly, a narrative involving the Kaaba moving is also associated with Hazrat Rabia al-Basri, a female Muslim Sufi saint. In my humble view, the narrative of the physical movement of the Kaaba is a metaphor for omnipresence. At Mecca, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana reunited with Makhdoom Bahawadi of Multan and Makhdoom Haji Abdul Sheikh Bukhari of Uch, who had parted at Shikarpur in Sindh and taken the land route to reach Mecca. While camping together with the Makhdooms of Multan and Uch, some Hajis asked Guru Nanak about his religious affiliations. In reply, Guru Nanak sang,
केसर कुसुम मृग में हरणा ਸਰਬ ਸਰੀਰੀ ਚੜਨਾ ਚੰਦਨ ਭਗਤਾ ਜੋਤਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਰਬੇ ਪਰਮਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀਏ ਪਟ ਪਾਂਡਾ ਕਹਿ ਨਾ ਕੋਏ ਐਸਾ ਭਗਤ ਵਰਨ ਮੈਂ ਹੋਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਮ ਨਿਵੇ ਰਹੇ ਲਿਵ ਲਾਏ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਿਨ ਦਰ ਪੀ ਕੇ ਪਾਏ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਮ ਨਿਵੇ ਰਹਿ ਲਿਵ ਲਾਏ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਿਨ ਦਰ ਪੀ ਕੇ ਪਾਏ
Guru Nanak endorses the philosophy of love for humanity over religious associations. Qazi Ruknuddin, the arbiter of the Sharia, the Islamic court in Mecca, expressed that the Islamic path is the most superior and invited Guru Nanak to embrace Muslim protocols. In response, Guru Nanak sang,
ਮਿਹਰ ਮਸੀਤ ਸਿਦਕ ਮੁਸਲਾ ਹਕ ਹਲਾਲ ਕੁਰਾਨ ਸਰਮ ਸੁਨਤ ਸੀਲ ਰੋਜਾ ਹੋ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਕਾਬਾ ਸਚ ਪੀਰ ਕਲਮਾ ਕਰਮ ਨਿਵਾਜ ਤਸਬੀਹ ਸਾਤਿਸ ਪਾਵਸੀ ਨਾਨਕ ਰਖੈ ਲਾਜ
Guru Nanak expressed the importance of virtuous living over mere adherence to ritualism. Speaking metaphorically, he told the Qazi to revere compassion as a mosque, spread trust like spreading of the prayer mat, acquire righteous earnings as the teaching of the Quranic scripture, imbibe modesty as circumcision, savor pure intentions as fasting, and let positive deeds be the Kaaba. In the footsteps of Guru Nanak, having been exposed to diverse thoughts, I often ponder concepts that are considered important at a time were not significant in the past and will transform in the future. Guru Nanak says, in this cosmic arena, everything is subject to evolution.
ना को मुल्ला ना को काजी ना को शेख मसायक हाजी रैयत राव ना हो मैं दुनिया ना को कहन कहाएदा नानक साच रत बिसमादी बिसम पाए गुण गाएदा.
Traveling on the desert route from Mecca, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana headed north to Medina. Medina, also known as Al-Madina, which means the luminous city in Arabic, is considered after Mecca as the second holiest site by Muslims. It is a desert oasis in western Saudi Arabia, surrounded by the Hejaz Mountains and volcanic hills. Before the advent of Islam, it was known as Yathrib. In the city center is the mosque Masjid al-Nabawi, where Prophet Muhammad, the messenger of Islam, is buried. For Muslims, it is an important place of pilgrimage. Religious segregation is a social phenomenon. For ages, non-Muslims have not been allowed to visit the city of Mecca and the Masjid al-Nabawi in Medina. Guru Nanak, the epitome of oneness, was beyond the boundaries of religious mandates. As he did not proclaim alliance to any sect, he would consciously dress in a manner that allowed him to assimilate with natives. This facilitated better communication. Since the news of Guru Nanak's visit to Mecca had travelled ahead, Bhai Mardana, who was a Muslim by faith, anticipated obstacles ahead. He visited the Masjid al-Nabawi at Medina to gauge the situation. Thereafter, he took Guru Nanak with him to visit the site to interact with the congregations.
देवल देवत्या कर लागा ऐसी कीरत चाली.
Guru Nanak, an advocate of oneness, saw restrictions and penalties for access to religious sites as discrimination against humanity. During the course of our journey, our team comprising of people from diverse faiths encountered restrictions to access places of worship because of their respective beliefs. At Hindu sites, Muslim members of our team were not permitted, similar to non-Muslims not being permitted to visit Mecca and Medina. Unfortunately, society remains fragmented despite the high ideals of enlightened beings who inspire and practice the unity of humanity. I am reminded of Guru Nanak's verse.
Galli asi changiya achari buriya manno ko sudha kaliya bahar chitviya रीसा करे तिनाड़िया जो से वे दर खड़िया.
From Medina, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana took the desert caravan route to Najaf. This route was developed for pilgrims by Begum Zubaydah, wife of Caliph Harun Rashid. We fly from Saudi Arabia to Iraq and resume tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps from Najaf. The city of Najaf is located approximately 30 kilometers south of the ancient city of Babylon. This city was established in 791 AD by Abbasid Caliph Harun Rashid in memory of Prophet Muhammad's son-in-law Hazrat Ali, who is buried at the Imam Ali Mosque. This grand structure with a gold-gilded dome is a center of pilgrimage for Muslims, who consider it as the third holiest Islamic site. Wadi-us-Salam, meaning the Valley of Peace in Arabic, is the largest cemetery in the world. Members of the Shia community from across the world aspire to be buried in this cemetery, which is close to the mausoleum of Imam Ali. It is believed on the Day of Judgment, the ones buried here will be raised along with their spiritual leader. I reflect that humans worry to secure a place in heaven after death and forget the importance of living a meaningful life.
मिट्टी मुसलमान की पेड़े पई कुम्यार कड़ पांडे इट्टा किया जल्दी करे पुकार जल जल रोवे पापड़ी चढ़ चढ़ पवे अंगियार नानक जिन करते कारण किया सो जाने करतार.
Whether cremated or buried, the body eventually becomes mud, which reaches the potter's urn to create pots and bricks for the houses of people of any belief system. The human body discriminates only when alive. From Najaf, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana proceeded to Karbala, which is at a distance of 75 kilometers. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Najaf to Karbala. Located on the west of the river Euphrates, Karbala is a city in central Iraq to the southwest of Baghdad.
We are in the holy city of Karbala, the martyrdom and the resting place of Imam Hussain, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad. Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana, on their way to Baghdad, passed through the city of Karbala.
The famous Battle of Karbala, which took place in 680 AD, is an important incident in Islamic history. Its outcome resulted in the relationship between the two most prominent sects of Islam, the Shiites and the Sunnis. Minute details of the Battle of Karbala became the hallmark of the Shiite faith and culture. Pilgrims visit the tomb of Karbala to observe Ashura, which marks the martyrdom of Imam Hussain and his supporters during the Battle of Karbala. The sacrifice of Imam Hussain is a testament of his deeply held objective of establishing the foundations of a holistic character of justice and freedom over tyranny and subjugation. In reverence for the martyrs, devotees indulge in self-mutilation rituals, lamenting and cursing the slayers.
रब की रजाए मन्ने सिर ऊपर करता मन्ने आप गवावे तो नानक सरब जियां मेहरमत होए ता मुसलमान कहावे.
A true homage to martyrdom is achieved by mutilating ego, lamenting for love, and cursing disrespect for self and others. Guru Nanak says, "The one who lives in the will of Almighty and is merciful is worthy of being a Muslim." From Karbala, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled on the desert route and reached Baghdad. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Karbala to Baghdad.
Iraq is historically known as a cradle of civilizations. Its capital, Baghdad, is nestled between the two rivers, Tigris and Euphrates.
Ibn Battuta, the 13th century traveler, mentions that the travel route from Najaf to Baghdad was a difficult path. Historic texts mention that Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana took the same path. Bhai Gurdas writes in his War that on reaching Baghdad, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana rested at a place outside the city. फिर बाबा गया बगदाद नो बाहर जाए किया अस्थाना एक बाबा अकाल रूप दूजा रबाबी मर्दाना. During Guru Nanak's visit to Baghdad, the city was a part of the Persian Empire under the Iranian Shiite ruler Shah Ismail of the Safavid dynasty. In Islamic history, this period is considered a turbulent one due to the increased conflicts between Shiite and Sunni Muslims, as each sect had started asserting their political and religious authority. Reflecting on the divisions within faiths, I am reminded of Guru Nanak's verse.
मुसलमान कहावन मुस्कल जा होए ता मुसलमान कहावे अवल औल दीन कर मिठा मस्कल माना माल मुसावे होए मुस्लिम दीन मुहाण मरण जीवन का परम चुकावे रब की रजाए माने सिर ऊपर करता मने आप गवावे ता नानक सरब जिया मेहरमंत होए ता मुसलमान कहावे.
Guru Nanak says, associating oneself with a religious sect is easy. The real adherence is in imbibing the essence of the teachings of the faith. In Baghdad, we visit the seat of the Islamic Sufi Qadri tradition.
We are at the mausoleum of Pir Muhyiddin Abdul Qadir Gilayani Sahib in Baghdad. He was the founder of the Qadri sect. When Guru Nanak visited this city, then Pir Abdul Rahman was the spiritual leader of the shrine. He was known as Pir Dastagir, the one who holds the hands for spiritual guidance.
One day, during their stay in Baghdad, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana, while in awe of divinity, were singing a verse which propounded the message of omnipresence. They expressed that even though the Vedas, the Hindu scriptures, say that one can get weary of counting numerous worlds, Katabs, the Islamic scriptures, state that there are 18,000 worlds. But there is only one omnipresent entity, and rest is its manifestation.
पाताला पाताल लख आगासा आगास ओढ़क ओढ़क पाल थके वेद कहन एक बात सहस 18 कहन कतबा असलू एक तात लिखा होए तां लिखिए लिखे हुए विनाश नानक वड्डा खिया आपे जाने आप
Music was considered a taboo by some Islamic religious groups of this region. Perturbed with the blasphemous act, some people complained to Pir Abdul Rahman, the Pir Dastagir, who then personally visited Guru Nanak. The two engaged in spiritual dialogue, after which Pir Dastagir invited Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana to spend some time with the congregation at the shrine of Pir Mohiuddin Abdul Qadir Kailani. At this shrine, Guru Nanak met Fakir Behlul, the spiritual successor of Behlul Dana, the 8th century spiritual saint from Kufa. Fakir Behlul invited Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana to stay with him at his humble abode in the outskirts of Baghdad city. We now visit the mausoleum of Fakir Behlul.
We are at the site which was once the operational Gurdwara in Baghdad, built in the memory of Guru Nanak's visit as well as his meeting with Sheikh Bahlul. This site is close to the Tigris River and the Baghdad railway station.
Punjabi soldiers of the British Indian Army, posted in Baghdad in the early 20th century, built a memorial adjacent to Fakir Behlul's mausoleum to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit. Due to the political unrest in Iraq, expats left the country and the Gurdwara building was thereafter destroyed in the 2003 Iraq War. We meet Abu Yusuf, whose grandfather was a caretaker of the Gurdwara when it was operational.
سبقني بالعمل هنا جدي كان يعمل هنا وأنا أخذت المكان اللي كان هو يعمل به. بعد الأحداث اللي صارت عام 2003 سقطت بعض القذائف على موقع بابا نانك، فأثرت على مرقد بهلول الكوفي وتأثر بابا نانك بشكل كبير، وتشوفون الوضع اللي هو عليه بالوقت الحاضر.
This is the platform on which I'm told the Guru Granth Sahib used to be enshrined. And behind us, on this wall, there used to be a plaque on which was described the history of this place.
good times and challenging times are all transient. Experiencing Abu Yusuf's warmth and his love for Guru Nanak, I have hope that Guru Nanak's memories, which have been erased due to the turbulent times, will be re-established when peace returns in this region.
आखण वेखण बोलण चलन जीवन मरना तात हुक्म साज हुक्म विच रखे नानक सचाप.
From Baghdad, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled northeast by land to Tabriz. We travelled from Iraq to Iran and resumed tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps from Tabriz. Iran is bordered to the northwest by Armenia and Azerbaijan, to the north by the Caspian Sea, to the northeast by Turkmenistan, to east by Afghanistan, and to the southeast by Pakistan. In the 16th century, the commonly traversed route from Baghdad to Tehran was through the city of Tabriz in East Azerbaijan province of northwestern Iran. The Moroccan explorer Ibn Battuta, who travelled to this region a century before Guru Nanak, wrote that Tabriz was then the capital town of the Mongols and was a commercial hub as it was located on the Silk Road.
At the time when Guru Nanak travelled to this region, it was known as Persia. The people of this region at that time, as much as today, practice Islam.
In Tabriz, we were unable to find any physical memories associated with Guru Nanak's visit. In the 19th century, a syncretic community of Guru Nanak's adherents from Multan and Sindh in Pakistan had settled in this region as traders. They would hold spiritual congregations at the Ateshgah, the fire temple in the city of Baku in Azerbaijan, a site which was also revered by the Zoroastrians. On the outer walls of the Ateshgah temple, Guru Nanak's verses are inscribed along with Vedic mantras. These inscriptions were commissioned by the Udasin, Baba Banke Sahib. From Tabriz, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Tehran. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Tabriz to Tehran. On reaching Tehran, we visit the Gurdwara, which was established in 1941 AD by the adherents of Guru Nanak.
Iran once had a sizable Sikh population in the cities of Tehran and Zahedan. A community that was sizable due to the recent political problems in the region has now reduced to a few hundreds.
The Iranians call this Gurdwara Masjid-e-Hindan, the mosque of the people of Hind. Reflecting on the amalgamation of the terms Gurdwara and Masjid, I am reminded of a verse of Guru Nanak in which he says that there are different ways of religious calls from diverse places of worships, but only those who listen and imbibe the divinity are the virtuous.
ਬਾਂਗਾਂ ਬੁਰਗੂ ਸਿੰਘਿਆ ਨਾਲੇ ਮਿਲੀ ਕਲਾਣ ਇੱਕ ਦਾਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੰਗਤੇ ਨਾਮ ਤੇਰਾ ਪਰਵਾਣ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਣੀ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਹੋ ਤਿਨ ਵਿਟੋਂ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ.
There is a lot of Gurbani in Guru Granth Sahib in Persian language, which proves that he definitely did come to Iran. We have many shabas, of course, one of them like Dunya Muqam Fani, which was recited by him, and which shows that he was well versed with this area and the language as well.
Guru Nanak, being intuitively multilingual, incorporated vernacular dialects of various regions to connect with the local people. In Iran, he sang a verse composed of Persian words.
सब रोज गस्तम दर हवा कर देम बदी ख्याल गाहे नानकी कार करदम मम ईचिन अहवाल बदबख्त हम चूं बखील गाफिल बेनज़र बेबाक नानक भगोयद जन तुरा तेरे चकरा पाखा चकरा पाखा.
In pursuit of finding happiness, humans indulge in greed and evil intentions. In humility, Guru Nanak says he finds happiness in the feet of those who are inclined towards divinity. From Tehran, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana traveled to Mashhad. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel by train from Tehran to Mashhad.
Ibn Battuta, Marco Polo, Nadir Shah and Alexander all traveled through these lands for the purpose of the expansion of their territories or to trade. And the world has heard many narratives about them. Yet the world is unaware about the travels of Guru Nanak through these lands, while his mission was essentially to spread humanity and the oneness of mankind.
Mashhad is a city located in the northeast of Iran. It is the capital of Razavi Khorasan province and is a center of religious importance for Shiite Muslims. In reverence of the martyrdom of Imam Reza, the 8th Shia Imam, who died here in 818 AD, the city of Sanabad was renamed to Mashhad, meaning the place of martyrdom. At Mashhad, we visit the shrine of Imam Reza. According to Bhai Mani Singh Janamsakhi, in Mashhad, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana met Pir Abdul Rahman, who was visiting the shrine on a pilgrimage from Gardez, a city in Afghanistan. Impressed by Guru Nanak's ideology of attaching oneself to virtues as opposed to a religious sect, he was curious to know who was more blessed, the Sunnis, who believe only in the Prophet Muhammad, or the Shias, who also have faith in Hazrat Ali. Giving examples from the Islamic code of conduct, Guru Nanak replied, "For him, all are equal, as the divine light resides in everyone. Every soul plays a role in impacting his or her surroundings. The enlightened ones are guiding forces to show us how to pave our own chosen path to divinity."
ਪੰਜ ਨਿਵਾਜਾ ਵਖਤ ਪੰਜ ਪੰਜਾ ਪੰਜੇ ਨਾਉ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਸੱਚ ਹਲਾਲ ਦੋਏ ਤੀਜਾ ਖੈਰ ਖੁਦਾਏ ਚੌਥੀ ਨੀਅਤ ਰਾਸ ਮਨ ਪੰਜਵੀਂ ਸਿਫਤ ਸਨਾਏ ਕਰਨੀ ਕਲਮਾਖ ਕੈ ਤਾਂ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਸਦਾਏ ਨਾਨਕ ਜੇ ਤੇ ਕੂੜਿਆਰ ਕੂੜੇ ਕੂੜੀ ਪਾਏ
Guru Nanak's message was that while the 5 daily prayers are adhered to by people according to the tenets of Islam, however, a devout Muslim who is true to the faith and truly reveres and honors its mentor also imbibes the 5 essences: truthfulness, piety, unity, humility, and contemplation. Historically, Iran's rich culture has been a source of inspiration and influence for many regions.
I'm an Iranian who has had the opportunity to spend many years in India. And in those many years, I had the opportunity to come across the teachings of different faiths, including the Sikhism, which was the most impressive. The teachings of Guru Nanak Ji, who traveled so extensively at those times. The beauty of Guru Nanak Ji was he used the Persian to beautify his teachings, which I really appreciate.
Reflecting on the present global politics, which has isolated the country, I am reminded of Guru Nanak's message that the human mind in its whirlpool of egoism becomes incapable of distinguishing between the attributes which benefit or harm society.